Hello everybody, time once again for some more Guild Wars 2. And in this interesting little video I'm going to make, we're going to talk about what to do in World versus World once you have all of the basics down, right? So let's say you've got a full set of Ascended, or maybe even at this point, Legendary Armor. If you're watching this video and you have a full set of Legendary Armor from World versus World, I have some questions for you. But anyways, so there's the obvious, right? Which is the Wizard's Vault. So you have the dailies, which I've done all mine here for the day. I've done 5 out of 4 necessary, which gives you 10 more of the Astral Claim, and it gives you a gold, and yada, yada, yada. You have the weeklies, which I'm still working on here. You see, mine are all yellow. And then you have specials. Every once in a while, there'll be something in here for World versus World, but usually not. So in order to make it World versus World, you click on this cog right up here in the upper left-hand corner, and you can select which one you'd like. I have mine selected just to World versus World. That's why I only see yellow. If you have any PvP ones selected, there'll be red ones in here too. PvE will be green as well. Well, I primarily play World versus World. That's why you see all yellow. It is possible to get all of your weeklies done in a short period of time if you really focus on them. I don't. I just play World versus World and see what I can get done in the meantime. But more so than just that, there's a whole series of achievements in World versus World that unlock a whole bunch of awards, and additionally give some really cool titles. So if you go into your achievements panel, so I'll show you how to bring that up. It's H down here under achievements, World versus World, and you'll see there's all of these subsections. I'll bring this in the center of the screen. There's all these subsections down here. So there's the weekly ones, which reward these transcendent chests, right? Which these ones here under the Mist War Hero, they give you keys that open up these transcendent chests, which are a great way of either making money or building up more experience in World versus World. And so you'll have underneath this your weekly objectives, which is, again, something you can focus on, but you really don't have to. You can just kind of slowly, inch away at each one of these, doing little pieces by little pieces. And that will give you some great rewards there. In addition, there are the achievements in World versus World that are extremely hard to get and take a lot of time. So, like, here, for example, we have King of the Castle, which is capture Stonemist Castle 200 times. I'm almost done with that one. Stonemist Stands Firm Again, which is defend it 500 times, getting close to be done with that one. Realm Avenger, which goes up to 250,000, so boy oh boy. And really easy to do if you're running around with a strong Zerg and you're just taking out enemy Zergs. That happens more quickly than you'd imagine. I'm a solo roamer player, so you won't see that as much on my end. Look at that, we just finished one of our weeklies, which is 10,000 World vs. World experience. Progress is a bar. I've done 3 out of 6. And from that, you get a really good reward, which is 10 Laurels, Celebration Booster, Tome of Knowledge, and 450 Astral Claim. So Emblem of the Conqueror is repeatable. You get one of these, and it's, claiming objectives. And then you have all the Avenger stuff. And then there's some stuff I've already done. Like, so God of World versus World is what everybody aims after. And that's getting 10,000 rank. So I'm a third of the way there, and I've been playing for years, right? This obviously goes quicker if you're running with a Zerg all the time, right? And then you have a whole bunch of other ones, which you guys can go and look in here. It's like, killing Doliacs, or that's Yak Slapper. Yep, killing Doliacs, escorting Doliacs, which is that one. There's capturing camps and doing getting different things done, right? So there's a whole bunch of achievements. There's also Edge of the Mist stuff. You can see I don't spend very much time in Edge of the Mist. And then there's Warclaw stuff, which I surprisingly I've never really focused on. But you can do different things, get different achievements done. And then the collections now for the infinite World versus World Siege, right? And that's just a fun way of kind of getting more stuff done in World versus World. But I often hear from players that are newish to the game, let's say that relatively speaking, oops, the wrong way when that happened, how they're like, man, I'm so bored with World versus World, to just kind of run around with a squad and I don't really know what I'm doing. Other than that, like, I don't know what to do in addition to that. So there are some things to focus on there. But the primary one, right? The thing that you really want to work on is this, is your status, your rank, right? And so that's under the miss bar. So you can either click down here in World vs. World to open that up, or you can hit B to open it back up. And here you'll see, as you rank up, you get points. You want to put points into these that makes all these stronger. But you slowly want to work towards that 10,000 rank, which is, you know, it's going to take time. You want to work on your reward tracks. Right now, this one's broken, I think. If you're doing a Carapace armor box out of this, it gives you 7 Mystic Clovers. So using that to work on Vision right now. I'll actually pull that over. As you can see here, I'm very close to being done with Vision. All I need is more Mystic Clovers. So I need 31 more. So I got to do the reward track, what? 4 more times? And I'll be pretty close. So yeah, so that's some things to be done in World vs. World to kind of break the monotony, especially if you've already got your armor all completed and you've got your weapon sets and you just really don't know what to do, right? So if that's the case, you just kind of work on those things and just have... Oh, I fell into that. I knew that was going to happen. And my favorite thing to do to break the monotony is I'm running between tags and stuff like that in groups, is doing the solo roaming stuff and taking random things and just kind of being a nuisance. I'm going to change this. It's going to be... now available in Ultra HD. So what do we got there? Looks like an enemy player. I'm also going to look for maps that have this, the outnumbered, for the experience and all that stuff. Oh, there's 2 there. Be careful. I don't like being outnumbered. I'm not as good as some of the players out there like Valen and all them who are quite talented at taking on individuals more than one at a time. That's not my strong point in this game. I'm not really sure... If they go after the camp, I might try to jump them there. Not really sure if spear is the best weapon. I know I don't think I'd have an issue with the Harbinger. The Druid might be problematic. Right, so these are the fun things where I find myself out in the wild on my own, 2v1, right? High potential of not surviving this. I'm using the terrain to get away from them, to keep them flustered. So I'm going to do the opposite of what they anticipate, which is they probably think I'm going to cut up through there. I'm actually going to go this way, and I'm going to capture North Camp, because it's tier 3, and I don't want them having a tier 3 North Camp. So yeah, things to do, right? Just solo havoc, right? I'm on a map where we don't have a tag, there's nothing really going on, and I'm just kind of enjoying what kind of, problems I can create for the enemy. You have to be very careful doing this on your own, and make sure you really know your build and what you're playing. Otherwise, you're going to find yourself in situations where you're dying a lot. And anybody who's played World vs. World or Guild Wars 2 a lot understands that back in the day, especially, the joke was it was called Graveyard Wars 2, but you spent a lot of the time, dying. Here's a good piece of advice. You're trying to take a camp, you see that there's a caravan moving away from it. Don't kill it, unless you have to, right? people are probably going to be watching that caravan on the map, thinking that you might be heading towards North Camp. Right? Those two might think I might go this way. So by leaving that alone, avoiding the sentry so I'm not getting marked, means that I am... Oh, well, we have people guarding North Camp. Look at that. There's a berserker. Yeah, I see you.
I don't have enough energy.
He's running a very interesting build. It's not something you see all the time. All condis. No, good for him. He completely caught me off guard there. I'm not really sure what he was running at the beginning there because I could not touch him with anything. Interesting. Not really a berserker build I'm familiar with. But you see, there's people that just sit around guarding camps, right? Waiting for people like me to come and be easy kills for them. Which I've totally fed into there. But that's all part of it, right? Different ways of playing the game. It's all different and enjoyable. And the most important aspect of World versus World, and I mean this sincerely, is you cannot let it get to you, right? You cannot... There are always going to be players better than you. I am a mediocre player at best. I am not very good at this game. I enjoy it though, and a part of what makes it so enjoyable for me is that I am not at all worried about dying, right? I don't take it personally when somebody beats me. I'm not going to like hunt down that berserker and be like, oh, there are people out there that do. And I'm going to tell you one thing. Those people don't last very long. They tend to get burnt out. I've been playing this game for years, and the reason for my success with it is just taking the slow approach, right? Enjoying every little bit of it that I can, including the losses, and learning, right? I learned from that berserker that, hey, you know, this crazy PvE build I'm running right now is not going to work against something like that. It might, you know, it works. It has worked against other builds, but not the case there. That person clearly knew what they were doing, and they saw what I was running probably, and probably figured it was one of two things, and they knew exactly how to counteract it. So anyways, thank you once again for watching. I know it's another like pointless video on just things to do to keep your interest in World versus World. Obviously there's more than that, right? There's more things on the squad side, stuff like that. And so maybe in the future I'll make a video about that. But other than that, thank you so much for watching and have a wonderful day. We'll see you next time. Bye.